Hi, and welcome to Girl Talk. Ooh, Nadine Stohr's here. Good to see you. We are talking about drab to fab, but I've come to a decision. There's nothing drab in this store.
No, the drab is the before picture of the piece of furniture.
Yeah,
before we get to it.
Well, we laugh. We've got both of our Jessicas here today, and they're cruising the store. I already have swiped a couple things they wanted to buy, and we're going to display them so you can see all the cool things. I actually have you captive today, all by myself, and I thought it would be really fun to talk about some different things about the store. And the first thing that I really want to comment on, and then kind of get your input on, is the way that you merchandise. Because I think that says a lot about the entire kind of philosophy and aura about this store.
Well, truthfully, we let the vendors come in and design their own space. And then if we don't like it, we have little pixies that come in afterwards.
Exactly.
And they just move a couple things around. And it can make all the difference in how your booth looks and how inviting it is. And does somebody want to walk into it, or do they just want to walk buy it? What's
really interesting about that is going to market all the time, and different showrooms have different vendors, and it really is all about the way they display their wares. And I think one of the things that you said that's really interesting to me is people still have a hard time wrapping their arms around everything that's here at Drab to Fab. So I think that's kind of interesting as you walk in. Let's talk first. You've got a whole jewelry display.
Yes. And the jewelry is one vendor, and she comes in and she replenishes it, and she, buys new things and tries stuff out. And she's very successful. She has an eye. She does this in several different booth places. Not here in the store, but she has some in Savannah, she has some here, she has some in,
how would you we're going to show great pictures of this, but how would you describe the jewelry?
The jewelry is mostly 925 silver, so sterling silver, and real stones. But her price point is excellent. Most things in her booth are between $29 and $59. Like, how can you go wrong? You can't get real stones for that. People come in my shop and buy her Larimar because of the prices.
Yep. And it's fun because I don't ever think about clothing. But today I was trying on different scarves, and it's getting to be spring, and all the colors were so soft and really pretty, and so that felt really good too. So you've got an array of clothing too.
We have a little bit of clothing. We may get more. It just depends what they want to bring in. We have tons of home decor. I mean, you can't throw something and not hit home decor in here. But the problem is people walk into the store and immediately think it's a consignment shop, and it is not a consignment shop. This is more of a art collective, but not art.
Exactly. And that's sort of one of the things I wanted to talk about really quickly too, is when I come in, every single time I come in, I get a good design idea. One of the things, you said this vendor came up with this brilliant idea of displaying her jewelry on a clipboard, and then it's hanging on a pallet with
yes, drapery behind it.
Yeah, it's fabulous. But I thought that was such a creative way.
And this particular vendor takes vintage jewelry, she takes it apart, stuff that you wouldn't wear anymore, like this is probably a pin at some point, and she puts it back together so that you would wear it now.
We're going to take a quick break. There's so much more we want to tell you about, so stay with us here on Girl Talk.